Why, hello there YouTube, and welcome to a random review with me. I am Random Ross, and yeah, I'm giving you my last bit of Halloween themed kind of horror movie reviews on this channel, because I reviewed The Shining. So in this one I'm reviewing its sequel, Doctor Sleep, directed by Mike Flanagan, based on the book of the same name by the legendary Stephen King, starring Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, Kyliegh, Curran and Cliff Curtis. So this is a supernatural horror and is the sequel to the 1980 classic The Shining. So this follows a now grown-up Danny Torrance, who sees that there is a young woman, a young woman who's in danger of these people that drain the life out of people that have the ability of the Shining, and they feed on it. All led by Rose, played by Rebecca Ferguson, and Danny Torrance, once he sees that this young girl named Abra is in danger, he then, actually goes out to help her and stop these people. I can't remember what they were called now. But anyway, yeah, and along the way there, Danny faces his inner demons and even returns to the Overlook. Okay, that's enough there. I'm getting onto my likes and dislikes. So, first of all, the likes. I liked that I like this film somewhat. Yeah, I'm getting on my likes. So I like Ewan McGregor in his role, and I like Rebecca Ferguson in her role, and I also like the character of Abra. Of course, Danny was the only character from The Shining to appear, and there was that guy from The Shining. What was his name now? The black man. Let's see if I can find it. His name. That's it. Dick Halloran, who was Danny's, who appeared in this. Looked a lot like the previous one. Scatman Crothers. Yeah, I liked his role in this too, played by Cliff Curtis. Also, this had great, huge references and nods to The Shining. We get a lot of references and Easter eggs, because after all, it is the sequel to The Shining. And I thought this had a great, finale as well. The final act in this film was great. It was suspenseful. There was a lot of big references to The Shining and the ghosts and the ghouls, and I don't want to give anything away. I want to keep this spoiler free, but the final act in this film is great. I liked Rebecca Ferguson's character as well, Rose. She was pure evil, and she looked stunning as well, I might say. She was actually quite pretty in this, and you played the evil villainess, Rose, who led these group of people. God, what were they called? These people. Yeah, Rose the Hat, the head of the True Knot cult. The True Knot. The True Knots. I like their roles in this, how they all had the feeding frenzy on special people with their abilities that Danny calls The Shining, and yeah, they were like really evil, and they were getting pissy at Abra and Danny for killing her family, well, her cult. Can they, can you honestly blame them? She is trying to kill them after all. Yeah. Chapstick. I also, I like the lookalikes they got for the previous characters from The Shining. I won't say too much there. Yeah, I just loved the effects in this and the finale of this and the openings. Now for my dislikes. The dislikes, well, I gotta admit, this was a 2.5 hour film, and it definitely felt like 2.5 hours. It was, I have to say, a bit of a snooze fest. There were moments in the film during the middle act where I was actually struggling to keep my eyes open, but I managed to do so, to review this film. But yeah, there was so much of this film they could have cut out. They could have easily took out at least a good half an hour of this film, because it did go on quite a long time, and it did get a bit boring and was very slow paced, and yeah, it's just, yeah, very slow paced, and yeah, like I said, a bit of a snooze fest, which I thought was a little disappointing. Is it as good as The Shining? Yeah, The Shining is, I think The Shining is better. That's definitely stood the test of time. But of course, this hasn't got Stanley Kubrick's touch on it, because he's long gone now. He's been dead for 20 years. But yeah, there was great performances in this, and great final act. But the middle act, like I say, boring. I got to admit that, very slow paced. There's also had that bloke in it from Fear the Walking Dead, who was in the first few seasons. He was a supporting character in this too. Anyway, final thoughts and ratings. Doctor Sleep. Do I recommend it? Yeah, if you like The Shining, I think you'll like this one. And yeah, yeah, I think you'll like the Doctor Sleep as well. Yeah, we now know why it's called The Shining. Well, yeah, because when Danny saw the ghost, he called it The Shining, and it's called Doctor Sleep because, well, Danny, he is Doctor Sleep. He always sat with dying patients in, hospices, as he told them that they're just gonna sleep and let them go peacefully. That's why it's called Doctor Sleep. Yeah. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm gonna give Doctor Sleep, I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 for Doctor Sleep. 3 out of 5 for that. So yeah, that has been my random review on Doctor Sleep. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description, along with my horror channel, that's linked down below, with my Whovian channel, that's linked down below, or in the cards above here. So, yeah, that's it for this video. So, until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye.